Welcome back on another episode of Boxing Resume. Today we're going to be talking about Danny Garcia's level of competition, aka his resume. His first notable opponent was Ashley Theo Payne, pretty good fighter, not a world beater but solid. Then came Mike Anarnuis. I can't really pronounce his name, I suck at that. But this guy was pretty solid. He almost became a world champion after this fight, but came up short. After Mike, he beat a former world champion named Nate Campbell. Was a little past his prime, but still good. He then beats a younger fighter, former world champion Kendall Holt. Now, I do think he deserved more than a split decision victory, but it is what it is. He then fights legendary Eric Morales. Now, this was a good fight. A classic battle. Against Amir Khan, Danny Garcia was the underdog, and he really stepped it up. He really rose to the occasion and became a star after this. Nobody really knew who Danny was until this fight. This fight really took him over the edge. Then came the rematch against Eric Morales. Danny Garcia looked spectacular and got the knockout this time around. He really had a hard time the first fight, but he got the job done nice and early in the rematch. Zab Judah was up next, and now this is a classic fight in my opinion. Very entertaining, action-packed, competitive, but Danny did win convincingly, no doubt about it. This next fight is a very important one. Lucas Martin Matisse was on a roll, knocking people out, and a lot of people thought that Danny Garcia was going to lose, but he came up on top. He then goes to Puerto Rico to fight against Mauricio Herrera, which was an orthodox fighter. Very awkward style, very hard to figure out, but Danny did pull off the victory. It's a controversial victory, but victory nonetheless. I'm going to be real honest. The only reason why I have Rob Salka here is because Danny Garcia scored a great knockout. Check this out. Boom! Then comes Lamont Peterson, a former world champion and really a very tough customer. I thought Danny lost this one, but hey, he got his hand raised. Danny then goes on to spank Paulie Malignaggi. This was a one-sided beating. After that, he fights Robert the Ghost Guerrero, former world champion. And I have to give Danny a lot of credit because I thought he was going to lose this one. Danny ended up boxing Robert's shoes off. He stopped Samuel Vargas, who's not a world beater but a solid fighter. Danny's first defeat came in the hands of Keith One-Time Thurman. It was really a 50-50 fight. Could have went either way, but, Danny did get his first L. He bounced back with a good victory over Brandon Rios, the former world champion. Then loses again, another 50-50 kind of fight with Sean Porter. He bounces back with a solid win over Adrian Granados, another solid guy, not a world beater, but very solid. After getting the knockout over Granados, he fights another solid guy, and Ivan Redchek, who is dangerous. He does have knockout power, but Danny looked great in this fight. Got the decision victory. His first real loss came in the hands of Earl Spence Jr. Earl Spence was just too good, too big, and too strong, but Danny did have his moments in this fight. He bounced back against Jose Benavidez Jr., the brother of David Benavidez. This was a solid win. Danny Garcia's last fight was against Erislandy Lara. He retired shortly after this defeat, as this was a one-sided beatdown, and it was the first knockout loss of Danny Garcia's career. He didn't really get knocked out, but I think his dad stopped the fight in the corner. Overall, he definitely has a very respectable resume. As you see, he tested himself from the beginning to end. So I gotta give his resume a A. I'm not gonna say it's an A plus, but he definitely deserves some respect on his name since he was always willing to fight the best. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what your opinion is of Danny Garcia. And like, comment, and subscribe, man. Get involved. Let me know how you feeling about my videos.